Incense, Crafting and Use of Magical Scents by CarlFNeal. I call this my incense Bible, and this is what we are going to review today. Namaste everyone, and welcome to Om Incense Show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. So if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So we are going to go deep in this book today, and this is one of the most wonderful incense books for beginners that we have in the market today. But before we start, I am going to go really deep in this, so this is going to be a long video. So just pause the video at the moment and go and grab yourself your favorite beverage or snacks, and then we'll get going. So how I'm going to do this is I am going to give you a complete overview of the book. So we'll see whatever is there in each chapter of the book. Then we'll read a few pages here and there, and then in the end I'll give you my take on the book. So that's what we are going to do today. So let's start. Incense, Crafting and Use of Magical Scents, New and Expanded. So the first edition was out in 2014. So it says first edition, first printing 2014. It's printed in the USA. And the book starts with a dedication. So this is what we have. It says, "For my mother, who taught me that all things are possible, and for Annette, whose words of love and wisdom I can still hear today." Then we come on to the contents page, and it says acknowledgements, introduction, introduction to the second edition, overview, how to use this book, what is incense, what is not incense, why burn incense, why make incense, synthetic incense, commercial incense, control, empowerment, the joy of making incense. So these are the various subheadings that we have in this chapter called introduction. Then what we have is the world of incense making, and he goes on to talk about India, China, Tibet, Japan, Europe, Native American and pre-Columbian civilizations. So these are the subheadings we have in this chapter, the world of incense making. Then it goes on to say about the philosophies of this book: magical philosophy of incense, the whole herb method and essential oils, the dry mix method, traditional recipes, concerns about saltpeter, and experimentation. So this is what we had. Now begins the chapters. So we have chapter 1, the importance of form, a word about charcoal, loose incense, powder, masala stick with wooden rod, cone, joss sticks, coil incense, incense pellets or moist incense, other forms, and choosing a form. So this one chapter, chapter 1, the importance form, is a 10-page chapter, and these are the subheadings that we have in the chapter. Then we have chapter 2, incense composition, aromatic. The subheadings under aromatics are the scents you desire, resins, plant materials, woods. Then we have bases. Then we have binders, and he talks about gum binders, wood binders, pellet binders, liquids. And then he talks about the science of incense, the art of incense, the magic of incense. And chapter 3 is how to use incense, incense burners, cones and cylinders, loose incense, masala sticks, joss sticks, combination burners, sensors. Then he talks about lighting incense, hazards. He talks about allergies, smoke and detectors, and magical incense uses. Then chapter 4 is selecting materials, purchasing aromatics, buying binders, growing incense materials. And under this we have selection of plants, wildcrafting incense materials. Then we have drying materials, bag drying, screen drying, food dehydrator. And then we have powdering tools, the powdering process, buying powdered ingredients, storage, magical considerations, and then how to choose. Now we have chapter 5, tools and workspace. Tools, gloves, measuring spoons, scales, bowls, mixing sticks, drying board, extruder, clay tools, ritual tools, notes on cleansing. And preparing the workspace, children and pets, ventilation, noise, magical considerations, music. Then he talks about preparing the drying area. Now we have chapter 6 on making incense. So selecting a recipe, mixing the drying ingredients, blending, visualization, empowerment, adding liquid, adding oils, handling wet incense, clean environment, the care of wet incense, rolling incense, the basic cone, jaw sticks, cylinders, coils, extruding, coils, masala sticks, other forms, latex molds, making a mold, straw molds. Drying incense, temperature, humidity, time, box drying. Your first batch of incense. Chapter 7, recipes. Naming incense, selecting a recipe, how to use the recipes, a note on using measuring spoons. Simple recipes, complex gum recipes, complex wood binder recipes, incense pellet recipes, and kifi. Chapter 8, experimentation, substitutions, new blends, testing with incense trails, patience, aging, the importance of note taking, adapting other recipes. Chapter 9 is troubleshooting. Chapter 10 is philosophies, incense making and the environment, killing versus non-killing ingredients, Palo Santo, the incense shadow world, fraud, plunder, conspicuous consumption, trust yourself. Then we have 3 appendices. So appendix 1 is ingredient chart, appendix 2 is making grocery store incense, and then we have spice aisle, bulk foods, baking or gluten free, pet section, kitchen gadgets, produce, healthcare, recipes, gum binder recipe, sassafras binder recipes, grocery store incense pellets. And we have appendix 3, suggested ritual uses, cleansing, space cleansing ritual, tool cleansing, incense listening ritual, creating sacred space, calling quarters, sanctifying tools, I remember, personal invocation, being invoked, special occasions, invoking deities and spirits. Appendix 4 is listening to incense, Kodo, the Japanese approach to incense, listening to incense, incense as music, trail burning, low scent charcoal, Kodo style incense burning, incense games and Neriko. Glossary of terms, bibliography, index. So we have around 237 pages of chapters and then a few pages of introduction and stuff like that. Then in the next page we have list of figures where we have an assortment of incense burners and the page number. So whatever, there are a lot of drawings and pictures if you see like that. So we have these pictures and pictures like these. So we have these, and then the name of the picture, the name of the diagram is given, and the page number is given. So we have a lot of pictures like this. So before we go ahead, it's important to know a few names of the book, because besides the author, there are some names that's it would be nice to read out for them as well. So it says book design by Michael Maupin, book format by Bob Gall, cover design by Lisa Novak, cover photo 2003 copyright by Leo Tushos, editing by Laura Graves, interior illustrations by Wen Zhu, and this is Lewin Publications, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. So that is there. I remember getting this book on Amazon for around 800 or so. So even if they have increased the price, I'm sure it will not be more than $1,000 rupees. So I think this is a good book, and you must, as an incense maker, have this in your library. So we have this acknowledgement, and it's a long thing, but let me just read out the last paragraph to you. I really liked it. It says, "Finally, I must thank my soulmate Michelle Hawkins. The first edition of this book brought us together. The second edition would never have been completed, on time no less, without her work to keep me on track and on target. I love you, heart and soul, Michelle, Anda." Then we have an introduction to the second edition. So we have overview, how to use this book, and all of those things that I read earlier for you. And so now let's look at this chapter 7, where we have the recipes, because that's what most beginner incense makers are most interested in. However, when you buy the book, I would request you to go read it chapter wise, and don't be in a hurry to read. Just take your time and really enjoy this book, because it's a wealth of information. It is a wealth of information, So because as beginners, this is one of the, I think, to me, this is the best book for the beginners. And if you have just started your journey on this path, I really urge you to buy this book. It's an amazing book for beginners. So that's all I have to say about this. So this is tiny thing about Carl's. It says CarlFNeal became a professional incense maker in 1995 and has learned from a variety of teachers from North and South America, Asia and Europe. A strong supporter of the pagan community, Carl is a frequent guest at pagan festivals and community events, and that can be very clearly made out when you read the book. And this, forget about the book, this guy is amazing. You can just read the book and you can make out what a gem of a person he is. The kind of respect that he has for nature, and even when he's talking about how sandalwood has been overexploited and how people in India have been almost plundering their own resource of sandalwood, he still can, he has that sympathy towards you. He knows that because of poverty people are doing this, because of greed people are doing this. So when you read the book, all of those things come out. And now I specifically want to read out what is written about India. So let's read that. So the world of incense making is written about India. Okay, so he says, India is the home of many of the basic materials used in incense making, with materials ranging from fine sandalwood to the goddess myrrh. India has long been the home of master incense makers. Although fine Indian incense is difficult to locate in North America. Many basic incense traditions come from that distant land. The majority of incense from India in the 21st century is of the dipped variety. But with diligent searching, you might find a supplier of natural incense. You may have heard of the Silk Road or the Spice Road, but the trade in Indian spices was just as much a trade in aromatic incense ingredients. Among the many goods that trekked across continents were frankincense, myrrh, sandalwood, and camphor. Not only did India offer the world its goods, it also offered its incense traditions. The trade routes went west out of India all the way to the western shore of Europe and east to China and beyond. So that's what he has to write about India. In chapter 6, he starts about making incense, and he goes on to write something about how to select a recipe and then how to mix the dry ingredients, blending, visualization, empowerment, adding liquid, adding oils, handling wet incense, the care of wet incense, clean environment, rolling incense. We have pictures like this. So we have these where he clearly shows how to make cones, and so we have very clear pictures like these. If you see, there we have a lot of these illustrations are there, and he has tried his best to explain things pictorially as well. And he has shown a lot of various types of incenses that you can make, so cones and pellets and braided incense, and using cookie cutters, incense circles, incense trails, and how to make your own latex mold. So that's all. I mean, those are the things that he's dealt with in chapter 6. Then we have chapter 7, which is full of recipes. So you see, we have charts like these, very, very, very helpful. So like how I have shown you in a few of my earlier episodes, where I've shown how to make where I've shown you how to make incense using 4 ingredients. So this is what I use from here. So he has base, binder, liquid, and aromatic. So those are the 4 ingredients that we use to make simple incenses. So we have simple incense recipes, then we have complex gum recipes, and he's given nice names to the incense. So you have business blessings, deep breath, deluxe cleansing, eternal love, fertility rites, give me strength, happy cats, healing the heart, live long while prospering, passionate evening. Then we have recipes of complex wood binder recipes, where he teaches about mako. Then we have incense pellet recipes. So we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 Neriko, and we have cleansing love. He is also given a short write-up on Kifi, and Kifi, if you know that Kifi is a very famous, very, very famous ancient Egyptian incense recipe, and it's a wet recipe, and it's mostly used in the form of pellets or tiny dry chunks. So that's what we have. So he's written about Kifi, and he's also given a tiny Kifi recipe which he calls Carl's Kifi Light. So, and it says the stuff that goes in Carl's Kifi Light is sandalwood, benzoin, frankincense, mastic, lemongrass, honey, red wine, raisins, dried rosebuds, cinnamon and cardamom. Then he talks about experimentation, where he says, you know, how you can substitute one stuff for the other, and you know, new blends, how to test your own blends, you know, testing with incense trails. And so beautiful illustrations. See, the illustrations are really good. We also have this another illustration. See, it's nice, it's nice, very, very nice, very well made. So talks about adapting other recipes. So if you come across a recipe you like and you cannot you do not have all the ingredients, then how to go about that. So that also is there. Then we have troubleshooting, which is very important. So we have this, you know, it's like that. He's given it in a chart form, and he talks about problem, questions and possible solutions. This wonderful ingredient chart where, you know, he says here is a key to the treat as column. So G stands for gum, L stands for liquid, P for leafy plant, R for resin, S for spice, W for wood. And for each of these ingredients, he says common name, Latin name, parts used, treat as, whether you can use it as a base, binder, aromatic, what element it represents, and what is the traditional association. So this is what we have, right? Now let's read about bay leaf. So the common name of bay leaf is laurel, bay leaf laurel. The Latin name is Laurus nobilis. Part used is leaf, treat as plant, and it is used as an aromatic. The element is fire, and traditional associations are protection, healing and cleansing. So likewise he goes on to discuss quite a few ingredients here. That's all. So the book is roughly around 250 pages, so 247 pages. That's what we have. This is the front, this is the back, and you know, these many pages. So now what I think of the book, I think if you are a beginner incense maker, you must have this book. This is going to teach you so much, I can't tell you. This is almost like a course in one book. So this is an incense making course. So if you want to take an incense making course in just a few dollars or just a few hundred rupees, then this is what you must have. That's what I think about the book. All for the episode today. Till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.